Hey everybody, it's Michael Krogan with American Medical Hearing Centers, and today I'm going to be showing you how to replace all Phonak filters. Now there will be two different filters that I will be showing you how to replace today. You do have the filter on the previous generations or previous models from Phonak. That is on a 4.0 receiver. They will be using what's called a Ciru Shield. And so I'll show you how to replace that filter, but you do also have some of the more recent filters or the new filters that used to be the old filters, but now they're the new filters again. And that will be on a Phonak 5.0 receiver. And that is called a Ciru Stop. So I will be showing you today how to replace both filters, but I will be showing you step by step how to replace the filters in a very easy fashion. So let's get into the video. All right, today we're going to go over first how to replace the Ciru Shield disc. So that's what we have here. Now the Ciru Shield disc will usually come in a little packet just like this, and once you open it up, you will see the Ciru Shield disc itself. Now the first step in replacing the filter will be removing your rubber dome or the rubber dome at the end of your hearing aid. Now depending on how your hearing care provider has fit you, your rubber dome may look a little different than this. It may be open, vented, power. It may be a little different, but the process and the steps will be the exact same. So the first step in replacing the filter, again, is removing this rubber dome at the end. Now, I have seen some people, when they go to remove this, they will try to kind of pull it by the top here and remove it. That will usually not work. You want to make sure when you go to remove this rubber dome, you are going to grab the edges of the rubber dome and you want to pinch on it and you pull off. They're very durable. They usually won't break, especially if it's more of a newer dome. If you've had it for a very long time and have not had it replaced, it may rip, but for the most part, they are typically very durable. Now, if you look, you will see a small filter right in the center there. That is going to be the filter we replace here today. Now, on the Ciru Shield disc, let me go ahead and spin this here. You are going to see a few different slots, okay? You will see a number 1 slot and a number 2 slot. The number 1 slot, if you look, will have a little trash can logo. And the number 2 slot, you will typically see, if unused, a new filter. The number 1 slot is to dispose of the used filter. That's why there's a trash can logo there. You are going to throw away the old filter or the used filter. So what you will do is you'll take the receiver here, or you'll take the hearing aid. You'll grab it by the end of the wire, just like that. And you are going to have this face down. So again, filter down, and you will put it into the number 1 slot. Now, I will usually recommend having this on a flat surface just like this. I find stability to be much easier, but for video purposes, I will pick it up here and just kind of show you what I'm doing. So you will go ahead again, take the filter, face it down. You're going to enter it into the number 1 slot, again with the trash can logo, and you are going to push down and you'll feel a small click. You may have even heard the click, and then you'll pull out. And what you'll notice is there will now be a filter in the number 1 slot as well as a number 2 slot. And inside the hearing aid, there will be no filter. It's just going to be empty. So now to put in the new filter, the process will look exactly the same. You are going to now have it face down into the number 2 slot. Push it in until you feel a click. Remove. Now there will not be a filter in the number 2 slot, only in the number 1 slot. And there will now be a filter in the receiver port. Once you've done that, the filter has been replaced. The next step would be to put back on the rubber dome. There will be kind of a small little hole there. That's usually where you're just going to align the receiver port with that small hole. Push down, that's it. Now your hearing aid is ready to wear again, just like that. All right, now moving on to the Ciru Stop filters. So when you receive your Ciru Stop filters, they will come in a small white packet, just like this here. Once you go ahead and open it up, you will find the Saru Stop box, just like this here. And just like the Saru Shield filters, or any filters of that matter, the first step will always be the same, which is to remove the rubber dome at the end of the hearing aid. So again, you'll go ahead and grab the hearing aid by the end there of the wire next to the rubber dome. You will grab the edge of the rubber dome, you'll pinch it, and you'll pull. You can place that rubber dome off to the side. So now once you've taken off the rubber dome, we will go ahead and now remove a filter from the Saru Stop box. So as far as opening the Saru Stop box, it does open and fold kind of both ways. So you'll open it up just like that. Now typically you will have 8 wax guard filters in your box. I've already used this box, so I only have 2 currently left. But once you get a new one, you will have 8 wax guard filters in there. Now, when you remove these filters here, you want to be very careful not to pull it out at an angle. If you do pull it out at an angle, the filter that is in there could pop off and you're not going to be able to put it back on. So when you remove the small black filters here, you will just take it out and try to pull it straight out there so that white filter at the end does not fly out. Now on the wax guard here, there are going to be 2 sides to it. One will have a small black tip, and the other you'll see will have a small white filter at the end. So the next step is now replacing the filter. You are going to use the small black filter or the small black tip on one side of the filter to remove it. And so you'll take your hearing aid, you'll hold it on the edge just like that next to the filter. You'll take the side with the small black tip and you will go ahead and insert it into the hole in the center of the filter. Just to show you what that looks like, we'll go ahead and insert it in the center. You push down and you'll feel a small click. You notice this will just kind of stay in there. You do not need to twist. You don't need to do any kind of special maneuvers. You insert it into the center until you feel the click, and then you can go ahead and remove it. Once you remove it, you will flip the wax guard filter around, and now you will insert the new filter into the center. Push down until you feel a click, and you do not need to push very hard, and pull out. That's it. Same thing, same last step with this hearing aid here with this filter. You'll go ahead and insert the dome back onto the hearing aid. Just like that. And again, this hearing aid is now ready to wear.